Hey guys, let's say you want the ultimate off-road truck, but you're not a Ram guy or gal, so the TRX can't be on your list. And you're certainly not a Ford fan, so of course the Raptor's no good. But you are a Chevy fan. Well, then what? Well, Andre said that he's brought the ultimate off-road Chevy truck, and with the magic of movie, it'll be here right now. Whoa! That is one badass looking Chevy. I love the look of that, Andre. What have you brought?
It's a brand new Chevy Silverado.
Yes.
But it's a Jackal by Pax Power.
Okay.
Which means it's a wide body truck with a bit of lift, 37s, and a supercharged V8.
All right, well, why don't you show me around and see if it can actually keep up with the other two manufacturers. So let's start with the basics. What makes the TRX such a competitive off-road truck is, of course, it's lifted, it's rolling on 35-inch tires, and it has active Bilstein shock absorbers, which can change from being very firm to being very soft, which is good when you're off-road. So the Raptor actually invented that recipe almost 10 years ago, and it's also rolling on 35s, but unlike the TRX, it's always been on 3-inch Fox shocks that are also active.
Well, General Motors currently does not build a super truck, so Pax Power did the following things. This truck has a small suspension lift, I'm talking about 2 to 3 inches, but then massive King shocks. No Bilstein or Fox shocks here. They're adjustable but not active. And then this truck is rolling on 37-inch tall tires. It's massive, it has the clearance to tackle anything.
You guys know that the Raptor is by far the truck here that is the most iconic. It's also the one that is being replaced the soonest. This is the latest version, but there's a new one coming. But since we don't have that new one, we're going to talk about this one. And I've been lucky enough to drive this both on-road and off-road, both in Colorado and in Moab. And I got to tell you, by far, this is the scalpel of the three. It is precise, it is light, it is very easy to toss around. But if you're looking for a truck that can thread the needle both on and off-road, this is a truck to get. Especially when you think about what the TRX represents. Well, you know what? Let me jump in that, and I'll talk about that from behind the wheel. All of a sudden, I'm in the TRX, and it is a very different truck than that Raptor following me. And the reason for that is because, well, 2 words, Hemi Hellcat. Yeah, it's a big old 702 horsepower lump of heavy metal, making this by far the sledgehammer of the bunch. So if you love torque, if you love going fast in a straight line, if you like obliterating the competition next to you, because it will do 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds. Yes, that's right. So yeah, it will do everything the Raptor will do, but it will do it with the force of a sledgehammer instead of with the precision of a scalpel.
I am in the Jackal Stage 3 Plus. In a couple of minutes, I'll explain to you what that means. But if Roman says that the Raptor is the scalpel and the TRX is a sledgehammer, I would say right here in the Chevy Jackal, it's basically a baseball bat. This truck kind of follows the same recipe as the TRX and the Raptor, but it has different ingredients. Here's what I mean. It is also a wide body truck, about 6 inches wider than a regular Silverado. But this one is a stage 3, which means it's using 3.0 King shocks. It's using Baja Kit's front suspension components. It's using special Deaver springs in the back, and the shocks are adjustable. Right now I'm running in about the softest setting available on these shocks. If I was going faster, I could turn the knobs and make them a little bit stiffer. But right now, with this giant 37-inch tall tires, the ride is really, really great. But you don't have to go all the way to stage 3. Really, you can get a Jackal in a variety of flavors. Stage 1 is not a wide body kit. It's a slight suspension lift with a different tire, different shock suspension tuning. You could have that if you're more budget oriented. That truck, you could also get a performance exhaust system for the V8, a couple of other things. Then stage 2, you can step up and get a wide body kit, and this is what I would recommend. If you want to actually stand out and have a very special GM truck, you really want this wide body kit with these fenders that fit very, very well and makes for a cohesive look, just really stands out. Of course, you can also get the hood with a hood scoop and look really proper. Of course, stage 3 goes a little bit further, like this truck, with 3.0 inch shocks and a bunch of other add-ons like the steel bumpers from ADV and just a lot of nice components like the LED light bar. And this is a 3 Plus. What do I mean by that? Well, this is the top dog because of the supercharger. And stage 3 normally would be around $35,000 over the base truck that you give to PAX Power, but the supercharger adds another 15 grand.
I have to admit, Andre, I love the look of the Jackal. I think by far out of the three, it's definitely the most aggressive. I mean, look at that hood scoop, look at those side scoops, the way they incorporated that wide body into the basic Silverado shape. Absolutely perfect. But what's under the hood?
We all know that the Raptor uses a twin-turbo V6 with 450 horsepower. The TRX has a 6.2-liter supercharged V8, yes, with 702 horsepower. But if you're talking about the GM truck, there's only one way to do this, and it's right here, a 6.2-liter V8 with a Whipple supercharger, and according to PAX Power, this power plant produces 650 horses. So yeah, that's not too bad. We've tested the TRX and the Raptor many times up here in the Rocky Mountains, but this is the first time for the Jackal. So I want to put it in a precarious position right here to see the suspension articulation and also see how the traction works. Can I get out of this spot? Let's find out. The rear axle articulation is quite good. I'm having trouble actually lifting a tire. I'm almost there. Alright, I'm now in two-wheel drive. Rear tires should be driven, but I do not have a selectable locker. Let's see if the G80 can help me. Roman, tell me you are a Ram guy without telling me you are a Ram guy.
Hemi Hellcat, baby.
Tell me you're a Chevy guy without telling me you're a Chevy guy.
Andre, like a rock, baby, like a rock.
Roman, tell me you're a Ford guy without telling me you're a Ford guy.
Andre, Eco or Boost, pick one. So Andre, how much do all these trucks cost?
The Raptor, 77 grand. The TRX, 77 grand. This Jackal, 100K.
Yeah, but it's the only one in the entire state of Colorado. So if you guys want something that nobody else has in the world, there's only one choice. And Andre, can I do one more party trick?
What's that?
I'm gonna make all three of these trucks disappear with a snap of my fingers. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
I thought you were gonna make all of them disappear.
You know, our editor said that he'd have to work overtime, and you know, we've already spent too much money on the other two trucks, so only so much video magic. As always, this is Roman
and Andre
saying check out TFLtruck.com for more news, views, and of course, video magic reviews. I think I've been doing too many TikToks, Andre. See you guys next time. Ciao.
I'm gonna be gone.
My God, he is gone.